Your staggered stance RDL or Romanian deadlift is the same thing as a B stance RDL Romanian deadlift. This variation that we're doing here is going to be with dumbbells in each hand. So with a staggered stance position, I'm taking that even stance that's typically hip width and I'm sliding 1 foot back so that again my stance is now uneven, also known as staggered. The feet are still about hip width apart, but what I'm doing here is I'm putting more weight onto that stance leg so that that back foot is just a little kickstand. So I have that heel lifted on the back foot. I'm focusing on trying to keep as much weight on the stance leg as I can. So as with all Romanian deadlifting, it is a hinge position. So I want to picture a broomstick going down the length of my spine so that my head, my shoulder blades, and the top of my hips are in contact with that broomstick. From here, what I'm doing is I'm pushing my hips back toward the wall, sliding that dumbbell right down the leg so it stays nice and close to the leg as I drive my hip back. As I stand up, here the weight is on the right leg. I'm thinking about squeezing my right butt cheek as I stand up all the way at the top. So a lot of people think the RDLs are typically a back loaded exercise. I want you to start to think of these exercises as a hamstring and a glute loading exercise. The back is also working, but it's primarily working as a secondary mover, okay? So if I'm looking at that foot that's on the stance leg, I want that whole foot to be in contact with the ground. And I want your head position so that it's like a grapefruit is between your chin and your chest, okay? You're able to keep that head in alignment, let your eyes follow that torso so that you are keeping that nice neutral spine through the neck as you're trying to do that hinge, sliding the dumbbell down, coming back up. You're going to complete your reps on one leg, and then from there, switch to the other leg. I always say, you know it's a good weight when you want to put the weight down when you switch from one leg to the other. That's how you know it's a really good challenging weight for you. If you've never done this exercise before, I'd recommend physically grabbing a broomstick and holding it on your back so you can practice keeping your head, your shoulders, and your hips on the broomstick as you go down into that bottom position. Range of motion wise, going just to the bottom of the knee is excellent. You can see here, Allison's going a bit lower because again, her flexibility is really good. So she can get into that position and keep that same alignment through her low back. So in summary, the dumbbells slide down, the hips press back, the weight can shift to the heel of that front leg slightly, that front foot slightly, but the big focus is as I'm standing up, I'm squeezing my glutes on that stance leg as I'm standing up. So I'm using glutes and hamstrings and sparing my back of that load.